Good afternoon, everyone. If you would just take your seats, the ceremony is going to begin in about 3 minutes, so please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2016. I would ask you all to please remain standing for the playing of the national anthems from the state of Qatar by Aya El Thani and of the United States of America, performed by Elisa Wawi.
قسما 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 بمن رفع السماء قسما بمن نشر الضياء قطر ستبقى حرة تسمو بروح الأوفياء سيروا على نهج الأولى سيروا ولا ضياء الأنبياء قطر بقلب سيرة عز وأمجاد الإباء قطر رجال الأولين هماتنا يوم النداء وهمائم يوم السلام جوارح يوم الفداء قطر رجال الأولين هماتنا يوم النداء وهمائم يوم السلام جوارح يوم الفداء قسما 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 بمن رفع السماء قسما بمن نشر الضياء قطر ستبقى حرة تسمو بروح الأوفياء.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Thank you, Mr. C, the ASD Concert Band, Aya and Alyssa, for the fantastic performance to begin our celebration. It is my honor to welcome you to the graduation ceremony of the American School of Doha class of 2016. My name is Colin Boudreau, and I am the high school principal here. Before we begin the ceremony, I would like to make you aware of the emergency exits in the unlikely case of an emergency in the gymnasium. There are 5 exits in the gymnasium, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and 1 to your far left. In the case of an emergency, please exit through your closest exit. Class of 2016, you made it. Over the past 13 years in school, you have experienced the highest of highs and the lowest of lows, and you have persevered. You have spent thousands of hours in classrooms, on the field, studying, worrying about tests, assignments, quizzes, all while creating meaningful relationships with your friends and teachers. You have participated in arts, sports, music, drama. You have given of yourself in service, and you have made ASD proud in so many ways. All of this has resulted in you being right here, right now. I hope you sit and enjoy this celebration this afternoon, because it is something you will look back on in your life with great fondness. Know that your parents are sitting here today feeling tremendous pride, not only for what you have accomplished individually, but for what you have accomplished as a family. You are about to pack your suitcases and leave ASD, and many of you even leave Qatar. You will bring clothes and electronics and textbooks, I suppose. I would recommend a toothbrush maybe. But my question for you is, what else will be in your suitcase? I don't mean the Dragon Pride sweatshirt or your ASD PE shorts. What I mean is, what will you be taking with you along with your diploma from ASD? This past Sunday, I had a visitor to my office, Ali, from the class of 2014. He came to say goodbye. He is completing or has completed his second year at George Washington University, and he shared with me the most amazing stories of his academic year, including a story about spending 2 weeks practically without sleep for one of his courses. The task that he had was to build a car from scratch along with his engineering classmates, a car that had to complete a 4-hour race in Tennessee against 100 other engineering schools from around the world. He talked about the collaboration of that experience. And he was telling me about his internship that he was about to start at a very famous innovation company in Silicon Valley, where he will be spending 10 weeks designing and creating something special. That's his task. Anything he can dream up with unlimited resources. He will do this with a team of Ivy League engineering students from around the world and present at the end of 10 weeks to the CEO. After that, he will move to Germany to internship in another company that are working on headsets that would instantly translate any language to English while the person is speaking. He will be tasked to develop these things. And this is a young man that was sitting in your seat 24 months ago. I sat there with pride listening to him. I know him to be a very humble, kind, thoughtful, considerate man, and he was uncomfortable telling me this. He, of course, attributed his success to everybody else, his parents, his school, his friends. It wasn't me, it was them. And I remarked to him, Ali, your math and science and engineering skills have come in handy. And he was confused when I said that. That's not what has given me the opportunities, Mr. Boudreau. They are a foundation for me to follow my passion. That is what I have done that our others are scared to do. And that, in a word, is what ASD taught me. What you don't know is that Ali is a poet, he's a writer, he's a creator of things with words as well as numbers. And he even shared with me the first chapter of his book that he completed in his spare time. I love writing poetry, and it's just too bad if the other engineers don't like it, because that's me. I tell you this, class of 2016, because what struck me so strongly wasn't the accolades of the opportunities to develop and create, to work in a famous company, or be selected for internships that others would die for. It was because Ali was so incredibly happy. He was happy being an engineer, and he was happy being a writer and a poet and an innovator, and he was happy to use his skills to do what he loves, skills he developed here. So we are sending you off today, class of 2016, and I want to tell you, having a job and having a job where you can be happy can be the same thing. The strength of your character that you exhibit to stand up and say, yes, I'm an engineer, and yes, I'm a poet too, is okay. Ali has made me and this school very proud, and although I think I may see him in Innovation magazine soon, I know whatever happens, he's going to be fulfilled in his life. My wish for you, as I leave and you do, is not to make millions. It's to live your life with gratitude and compassion and do what fulfills you, just like Ali has. I hope your suitcase, as you leave Qatar and ASD, contains that strength of character to stand up for who you are and what you believe. I've seen you do it here. I know you will keep doing it. And class of 2016, we could not be more proud of you. Good luck. I would like to welcome to the stage two members of our senior class for a special welcome and a poem. Please welcome Jassim Abel and Aldana Alfani.
من علمني حرفاً أخلصت له طول العمر من أولني عطفاً أضمرت له كل الخير فالعلم أمان من جهل كالبحر كريماً كالسهل والناس كثير في الدنيا لكن أنجحهم ذو العقل يا ساهر ليلك الأجيال نورت طريقي بالآمال أبناؤك نحن وما زلنا فسلاما من كل الأطفال.
You who taught me I am loyal to for eternity. You who cared about me, I wish you well. Education protects me from ignorance and is as generous as the sea and the land. There are many people in the world, but the most successful are the educated. You who spend your nights for the education of a generation, light my way with hope. We were and still are your children. Greetings from all your children.
Each year at graduation, we recognize students who have spent their entire high school career at ASD. This year, there are 5 seniors who have been at ASD since kindergarten. Please join me in congratulating them as they join me on the stage. Aldana Althani, Jassim Abel, Ramiz Wakile, Mohammed Hassan, and Mohammed Marafi. They look different than they did in 2002. It is now on to senior award presentations. The following awards have been selected with all students in the entire graduating class being eligible. Each award has their own criteria, which will be highlighted in the presentation of the award. For the first award, It is my pleasure to invite the Ambassador of the United States of America to Qatar and Chair of the ASD Board of Trustees, Ambassador Dana Shell-Smith, to present the Ambassador's Award. Madame Ambassador.
Good afternoon and congratulations, graduates, and congratulations, families. It's an honor to be here today to present the Ambassador's Award. This award recognizes outstanding achievement in scholarship and citizenship, and the recipient is someone who demonstrates a commitment to excellence, someone who not only seeks a challenging course of study and exhibits a love of learning, but the recipient of this award also serves as a model for peers, demonstrates initiative and responsibility, and welcomes cultural diversity by fostering a sense of community at ASD. It is probably one of the most fun things I do all year to get to meet these kids, but then it's the hardest thing to choose one. This year, I am pleased to present this award to a student who exemplifies all of these characteristics and more. Omer Al-Shaghi. Omer has dedicated himself to excellence in academics, in his extracurricular activities, and in his personal development. A devotee to the study of science, Omer took all, you want to come stand up here so everybody can see you while I talk about you. Omer took all the science courses he could get his hands on, and he plans to study medicine after graduation. But Omer's learning at ASD was not limited to the laboratory and the classroom. You can correct me if I get any of this wrong, but I think I got it right. He pushed himself also by taking part in things that were not always within the walls of the classroom and that challenged him in new ways. Omer is a committed trombone player, even before he was big enough to play the trombone. Yep. And has participated in jazz band for 4 years and spent countless hours working with the student tutoring organization. As part of the GATE program, Omer presented a TED-style talk on the perception and alternative treatment of autism. This year, he also decided to try, actually I think last year, he decided to try out for track and field, coming into the sport with far less experience than his peers, but no small measure of commitment and determination. Omer is well respected by his peers, I went and made sure that was true, and his teachers, one of whom remarked, Omer is always true to himself. What you see is what you get. He is his own person. Omer has demonstrated that he understands some very important life lessons that I know I didn't learn until much later. Push yourself even if it's going to be difficult. Get outside of your comfort zone and focus on improving yourself, being kind to others in the process. Omer will be leaving ASD to pursue a neuroscience degree at Columbia University in New York City. Columbia has also awarded him the Science Research Fellows Grant, which will allow him to participate in cutting-edge scientific research as an undergrad. I feel fortunate to know Omer and know he's going to be an incredible asset to his community at Columbia. Omer, congratulations and best of luck. We are all so very, very proud of you.
Thank you, Madam Ambassador, and congratulations, Omer. Next, I would like to invite the Director of the American School of Doha, Dr. Tom Hawkins, to present the Director's Award.
Madam Ambassador, Mr. Younger, Mr. Boudreau, honored guests, ASD faculty, parents, and of course, the graduates of the class of 2016. It's my Thank you, ma'am.
Is this better? It's my honor to be with you here this afternoon to celebrate wonderful, wonderful accomplishments. As I complete my first year as the director of ASD, I have the special privilege of selecting the Director's Award recipient. In my first year, I've seen kids day in and day out who are fantastic. But the Director's Award is special because it recognizes one individual in the senior class who demonstrates outstanding character and contribution to the school community. The recipient respects others, cultivates a sense of belonging and trust, collaborates well in the classroom, and demonstrates high standards of personal integrity. The student possesses a positive attitude and contributes to the American School of Doha environment by going beyond the classroom to participate in co-curricular activities. This sounds like a tall order, but actually, the high school faculty gave me 4 outstanding candidates who fit all of this description to a T. I thoroughly enjoyed my time with each one of them, getting to know them, getting to know what they're doing and what they've done, as they are positive, active global citizens. This year's recipient definitely shows outstanding character, displaying the ASD values of respect, honesty, responsibility, and compassion in all he does. In our conversation, the individual continued to mention the desire to give back to ASD in numerous ways, with a gratitude and a humility that would make any parent proud. One phrase that stuck with me was, he said, failure in the right environment sets you up for success. And ASD has allowed me to try things I had not tried before and provided the environment where I was not afraid to fail because I knew there were people around me who cared and would help me eventually succeed. And this individual has definitely given back to ASD in so many ways. As part of the Varsity Club Council, International Thespian Society, Gifted and Talented Education Program, the pep band, the jazz band, the high school band, the Doha Wind Symphony, and as the founder of the Live Television Production Club. This recipient has been either on stage or behind the stage or in the pit or running the equipment for nearly every production put on by ASD the past 4 years. And with the club he has founded and his mentorship of younger students to carry on, he has taken his passion and made it part of his legacy here at ASD. He knew he had made an impact when an elementary student walked past him and heard him speaking and said, "Hey, you're the voice of ASD." This recipient is the first in his family to take up music, to learn to fly, and first to join the military. As one of only 1,400 cadets admitted to the prestigious United States Air Force for 2016, this year's recipient of the ASD Directors Award will be giving back in a way to our world that few of us will ever have the opportunity. It is with great pleasure and pride that I call Mr. Ignacio Lara to the stage.
Thank you, Dr. Hawkins. Congratulations, Ignacio. I would now like to invite two members of the ASD faculty, Ms. Patty Sands and Ms. Stephanie Gravel, to present the Memorial Award.
Did you hear about the winner of the ASD Memorial Award?
It's such an honor. Please tell me more.
He's full of honesty, so much integrity, always sincerity. Oh yeah, he's a star at ASD.
He keeps an open mind, artistic, smart, and kind. Nothing he won't achieve. Oh yes, he is a star at ASD. He is president of NHS, Trian and Thespian, humanitarian and lots of fun, community at heart. He works outside the arts. You're or in India. Oh yes, he even went to Luxembourg. He is a selfless chap, sings, acts, and even taps. You can't take that away from Ian
Oh, we should stay up to present the award.
We are incredibly fortunate to work with such a positive, supportive PTA as they do so much for our school. Here to present the Mike Sheehan PTA Scholarship, I'm sure she's also going to be singing it, is Miss Nikki Rutledge, President of the ASD PTA. Please welcome Miss Rutledge to the stage.
Thank you, Colin. I don't know how I'm supposed to follow that, but please bear with me. Good afternoon, ambassadors, distinguished guests, boards of trustees, boards of directors, ladies, gentlemen, teachers, parents, and class of 2016. The graduation ceremony is one of the most emotional events in ASD. I know that today's event is bittersweet for many parents sitting in this audience today. Pride at the tremendous efforts and success of their children, excitement at them starting a new adventure, and a unique blend of sadness and fear for those children traveling overseas to study or to work. However, it is also one step closer to getting them off your payroll. This is the third ASD graduation that I have witnessed this year. I have the privilege of undertaking one of the best jobs of the Parent-Teacher Association President, presenting the very important PTA Michael Sheehan Scholarship. The objective of the PTA is very simple. It is to support and strengthen the ASD community, and we are proud to support the continuing education of our ASD students. Since the class of 2005, the PTA has offered a $1,500 scholarship to a male and a female graduating high school senior. Enrolling in full-time education in a local or international accredited college, university, or technical institute. The PTA scholarship is dedicated to the memory of Michael Sheen, ASD's much-loved high school principal from 2004 to 2010. Some of you may remember him, and I certainly know that many members of the staff do. Mike sadly died from ALS in 2011, but his legacy remains alive and strong in ASD. Mike was the embodiment of the ASD values. He lived them each and every day, and he encouraged students, faculty, administration to live them as well. He is remembered as a proud and dedicated family man, a passionate educator who left a lasting legacy to our ASD community. We are proud to reflect our respect and gratitude by selecting scholarship recipients who embrace Mike's character and who endeavour to achieve our ASD values of respect, honesty, responsibility, and compassion. This year, it is my honour to present the Mike Sheehan Scholarships to 2 students who have committed to participating in school activities, support the ASD community, the general community of Qatar, service abroad or in their own home countries, and who have strived to do their best in academic studies. Selecting these 2 students was not an easy task, as they were in close competition with many of their fellow students. I was told that making the final decision was very challenging, and of all the applicants were very, very strong contenders. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the members of the Scholarship Committee for all their hard work and during this difficult job of selecting today's recipients. I would also like to take this opportunity to congratulate each and every student, and most importantly, congratulate each and every parent for surviving grade 12. Graduates, you head out on your new adventures to a new country, meeting new people, and one thing you must always remember: please call home. Your parents want to hear from you, or just text or even Snapchat. Your parents just need to know that you are okay. So, without further delay, I would like to present our first PTA scholarship to, I feel there needs to be a drum roll, Ian Sawan. Ian has been active in music, acting, dance, sport, NHS, Girl Up, and service abroad. Ian has been recognised by his ASD faculty as a student who truly embodies the ASD values. To quote Mrs. Sage, "To me, Ian is one of those individuals who, at a young age, has succeeded in developing into a diverse, mature, and confident young man. Qualities that I know that Mike would have admired. Ian has also many talents on stage and in the classroom, but I believe that one of his strongest traits is his sincerity. Ian is one of those stars of ASD." Congratulations, Ian. I'm very proud to present the award to you. Our second recipient is, another drum roll, Raya Machaka. Raya is an outstanding student and a member of the ASD community. Perhaps her most admirable quality is the way that she embraces her role in each and every event or project, whether it be on the stage, the track, or the court, or giving up some time for Girl Up or service abroad. Jim Carpenter wrote, "Raya is visible, enthusiastic, and engaged. She is not the star in the musical. She is a middle-of-the-track runner, but she understands how those roles contribute to her team and fills the role without hesitation and with a wonderful mixture of confidence and humility." These traits exemplify the PTA Michael Sheehan Scholarship, and we are delighted to recognise these in Raya. Congratulations, Raya. I'm very proud to announce
Thank you, Ms. Rutledge. Raya, Ian, congratulations. It gives me great pleasure to now turn the microphone over to one of our students to introduce our commencement speaker. Please welcome to the stage Ms. Alicia Bates.
Good afternoon. 1 minute. I am honored to be welcoming the commencement speaker of the class of 2016's graduation. The speaker was chosen on behalf of the class of 2016 because of his many captivating characteristics and the remarkable impact that he has had on myself and my fellow graduates. This charismatic individual has counseled me in times of tragedy and praised me in times of success, influencing who I am today. The class of 2016 chose this person for his incredible qualities, but also for the way that he has made a difference in our high school career as a counselor, a mentor, and as a friend, leading myself and my fellow graduates through high school and into adventures beyond. Please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, Mr. Patrick Deborah.
Madam Ambassador, Dr. Hawkins, members of the board, faculty, parents, and most importantly, seniors. I'm going to start today by telling you a story. On October 16th, 1987, I was a senior. The incident that occurred on that day was a flashbulb memory for me. You know, one of those memories that you will never forget because of how meaningful the event was. Even as I say this, I can't believe that next year will mark 30 years since this event occurred. On this day, I went with 3 of my friends to visit a university campus. We were narrowing down our college lists, and we thought that we would spend a Saturday walking around the campus, watching a football game, going out for dinner with a few students who had graduated from our high school the year before and was attending that university. One of my friends on that trip, Mike McCormick, had not been feeling well for about a week, and on this particular day he looked terrible and was moving very slowly. I had known Mike since grade 2. We had grown up playing sports together. We had been in a lot of the same classes, and we were members of the same group of guys who spent most weekends hanging out together. On the 2-hour ride home that evening, we noticed that Mike's skin had turned an alarming shade of yellow. His face, wrists, and ankles had swollen. We used our limited medical knowledge and came to the conclusion that something was wrong with Mike. That evening, he was quickly admitted to the hospital. We just thought that Mike had a virus and he would be in the hospital for a couple of days. His mother thought that we had done something crazy on our university visit, and Mike's sickness was a result of our bad decisions. The couple of days in the hospital turned into about 6 months, and Mike was diagnosed with renal failure. His kidneys had shut down. The following year, when he came out of the hospital, he had to repeat his courses as a senior in our high school and began to get used to life of dialysis treatment at the hospital, 4 hours a day, 3 times a week. It was during this time that Mike made a commitment to himself that he would never let his sickness get in the way of living life to the fullest. He has never made excuses, never complained, and constantly travels outside of his comfort zone. In the last 29 years, there have been many ups and downs. He's had 2 failed transplants. Years of dialysis have had negative effects on his body. He's lost access points for his dialysis needles, and now he is on experimental procedures so that he can keep up his dialysis routine and stay alive. He has traveled all around the world, navigating the complex healthcare procedures and dialysis services in a wide range of countries. He is married to an amazing woman, and they live in a beautiful home in Toronto. A few years ago, I watched Mike complete a triathlon. Last year, he won a prestigious award called the Human Touch Award. This award is given out annually by the Toronto Hospital Association to a person who volunteers their time to make the lives of patients better. He sits on committees to improve the delivery of dialysis throughout Toronto and works with hospitals to improve patients' care. Why am I telling you this? Mike is the most successful person I know, not because of his university degree or his job at the Toronto Stock Exchange, but because of his attitude and the person he is in the face of his struggles, adversities, and obstacles. He is an inspiration to everyone who knows him, and I've learned so much from him. Each year we come together at graduation to celebrate academic success and scholastic achievement. However, this afternoon I want to recognize students who are sitting in front of me who had to struggle to get here. With their perseverance in the face of obstacles, they've taught us and inspired us. In school counseling, we often talk about students as icebergs. Above the surface of the water, we see the outward appearance, the obvious behaviors, the actions of the student. However, below the surface of the water is what we cannot see, the internal struggles, the things that students keep hidden from their teachers, counselors, and friends, or the difficult situations in their lives that they are dealing with. Many of us do not know about the senior here today who 6 years ago had to hide under her kitchen table in the center of Cairo during the Arab Spring while her father went out to the streets to keep order. It is staggering the amount of students in our graduation class who moved every year of their high school career not knowing where they would be each fall, and living with the constant thought that their parents would be transferred to another country. Some of our graduates have lost loved ones or watched as family members have battled chronic sickness. Other students sitting in front of me have experienced mental health issues, a high level of stress and anxiety, and serious illness. Some of the seniors here this afternoon have witnessed separation within their families. Finally, I want to honor the students who found school extremely difficult and challenging, but persevered and are here today. If you look under the water, you will discover some amazing success stories in our senior class. On behalf of the staff and faculty of the American School of Doha, I want to thank you for sharing these stories with us. You have inspired us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Debra. I would like to call to the stage two ASD seniors that will be performing the song For Good. Ian and Alyssa, please.
Heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
Well, it may be that we will never meet again in this lifetime. So let me say before we part, so much of me is made of what I've learned from you. You'll be with me like a handprint on my heart. And now whatever way our stories end, I know you have rewritten mine by being my friend.
Like a ship blown from its mooring by a wind off the sea, like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better?
But because I knew you,
Because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you've blamed me for.
but then I guess there's blame to share.
And none of it seems to matter anymore. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you,
Because I knew you,
because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
Thank you, Ian and Lisa. Beautiful. The Valedictorian and Salutatorian scholarships recognize the two students in the academic arena. The students with the highest and second highest cumulative grade point average are given this honor and represent the class of 2016 at graduation. As you've heard earlier, the Salutatorian has a cumulative grade point average of 4.339 and not only devotes himself academically inside, but also outside of the walls of ASD. He has been involved in many things, including track, student tutoring organization, Harvard Model Congress. One of his teachers said that he is a truly gifted student, and in 23 years of teaching, he is one of the top 5 students they've ever met. He will be, as you heard earlier, attending Columbia University in the fall. Please welcome to the stage the Salutatorian for the class of 2016, Omar El-Shaghi.
It's been a long journey to get to this point. Years upon years of sweat,
tears, and for the IB kids, more tears. You've trudged through hours of work, pushed through hours of extracurricular activities, and occasionally suffered from excessive social interaction. Yet as we sit here, waiting for our moments of glory to come in the form of specially processed paper, I think we should take the time to look back on how much we've changed over the years. Because that's what this is all about, isn't it? How we've changed and adapted to the different challenges we were faced with to get to this point. Sure, we've supposedly learned a lot about the world and how it works, but in all honesty, that was kind of a given. To survive in the world, it's necessary for us to have a firm grasp on at least the fundamental aspects of math, language, etc., etc. But what really matters is that first step we take. So far, we've had help, whether they were friends, family members, mom, dad, people whose job pretty much amounted to dealing with you, like Miss Churchill or the counselors, or just people who didn't mind talking to you. Mr. Wells, if you ever hear this, that was for you. But we can't be helped forever. We're moving on to a new chapter of life, and as much as you may appreciate someone else, you yourself need to understand that first step you took to developing as a person. This step is the one most often missed, because it takes a lot to recognize that it was you that changed and not the world around you, for better or for worse. Nevertheless, the first step must be known, so perhaps it might help to hear about someone else's first. My first step was a tough one that took 4 years to take, because once upon a time, I was an arrogant and cocky little brat. My middle school valued academics above all else, and lucky for me, that was what I excelled in. I stayed too focused on academics when I came here, though, and held back from doing other things, like talking to people, because come on, Omer, what about that test you have 2 weeks from now? It's like tomorrow. Also, you may or may not be good at it, and it could completely destroy that super fragile yet immensely inflated ego of yours, so you know. It took me until junior year to figure out that I wasn't happy with how things were, because I finally looked around at the rest of you. My ego was crushed by those of you who had the same grades I did, and my self-esteem was crushed by those of you who didn't, but still found meaning and/or fun in other activities. Then there were those of you, and you know who you are, that seemed to be great at everything. I couldn't be like you, and I probably never will be. But I realized that I could polish my own potential. Once I picked up the scraps of my confidence, I went ahead and started trying new things. I started taking strength and conditioning, which worked. You can't see it, but it worked. I went out for academic games, which wasn't so fun the first year because we got the crap beaten out of us, but we won this year, so that works out. I went out for track, which I'm not good at. But what can you do? No one can say that I didn't try. I've grown a lot from how I was in 9th grade, but it still feels like something's missing. I understand that there's always someone better than me, but I still don't have the confidence I had when I started high school. I'm more inclined to try new things, but I'm still deathly afraid of failing. I'm still working on a lot of things, but that's okay, because this is a process that I don't think will ever be finished. And by the way, this applies to you guys as well. Somehow or other, you've changed, and you're still not done evolving. Isn't that great? Those of you who enjoyed the hell out of high school, you can now move on to improving in order to make the rest of your life as enjoyable as that. For those of you who had negative experiences, I first want to apologize, because I didn't recognize that you were unhappy, and I was too bothered with my own problems to try and help. But now I open the doors for you to go into the world with the abilities to change your lives. Go out there, learn from your mistakes just like I did, and grow into the people you want to be and into the lives you deserve. To those of you going to college or trade school, experience. Find what you want to do with the rest of your life and be good at it too. Learn who you are and embrace it. To those of you taking a gap year, explore. The world is an amazingly diverse place, and through your journeys, you could gain an entirely brand new perspective of life as you develop and learn about yourself. To those of you going to serve in one way or another, serve with all of your heart. If you believe in a cause, work towards it with all of the power you have. We're just kids. We're still developing. We're flawed, doubtful, unsteady, and scared. But all that means is that we have room to grow and make the most of our lives. We each have our fair share of regrets. I should have tried to understand others more. I should have worked harder in broadening my horizons. I should have given more to this or that. But those times have passed. As you step onto this stage, step onto it with pride. Go out into the real world with a smile and live a free and happy life despite the trials you'll face. I believe in your power to do this, and I know I'm not alone. Congratulations, class of 2016. We finally made it.
Well done, Omar. Thank you. Our valedictorian has a cumulative grade point average of 4.381. This young lady has 231 volunteer hours. While taking an incredibly rigorous course load, taking independent study classes to extend her learning, she has had an immense impact on our school and community. She has competed in MESAC events, including forensics and academic games. She has been involved in service trips through Habitat for Humanity, led the student tutoring organization, been a member of NHS, GATE, and was in charge of our ESL program to teach how workers English. She spends her summers learning Spanish, working with individuals with special needs in Doha, as well as caring for the sick and dying at Mother Teresa's home for the destitute in Calcutta. She will be attending Stanford University in the fall. Please welcome to the stage our valedictorian, Amara Arif.
I was a little worried that I wasn't going to be able to reach the podium, but fortunately high school has allowed me to grow in more ways than one. For 9 years, I've stared at the 16 that precedes my school email address, and in spite of my belief that it would never arrive, it has become, as Mr. Sage once said, an impending reality. Guys, it's June 2016, and somehow we survived. Despite the odds, we survived every one of our classes. We survived our 3-hour standardized tests and our college applications. Now, I'm not going to stand here and try to give you advice when my future is just as uncertain as yours, and my experience is quite similar. And more importantly, I'm not going to promise to be able to uncliche the cliches of a graduation speech. What I hopefully will do is help you reflect on the last 4 rather chaotic years of your life. So right now, we are here to celebrate the fact that we made it. But the celebration is about far more than just today. It is about 4 years of late nights and severe carpal tunnel. It is about a lifetime of struggling to survive in the face of every hardship. And yet, miraculously, despite having to work tirelessly to get here today, and trust me, I know that you all did, I saw you crying in the comments, the years have flown by. As one of my favorite authors of my childhood, and then again of my late teenage years, Dr. Seuss so wisely put it, how did it get late so soon? A thought that certainly occurred to me on the nights before an essay was due, and a thought that occurs to me again now. Time can often seem like our enemy, speeding up just when we feel the need to live in the moment or the desire of a few extra minutes to finish a test, and slowing down when listening to a long, boring speech or watching the clock tick away in a class right before lunch. Time constantly moves, and I know that we can never win the battle against time, but we can fight nonetheless. We can fight to keep the memories of each other and of our time here. We can fight to always remember the glimpse of Mr. D and his bow tie or Mr. Diamond wearing his hat. We can fight to ensure that the stories we created in every hallway at this school remain alive. It seems so recent that we entered high school as naive freshmen, believing that high school would be as easy as everything we had faced up to that point. And then soon we were sophomores, finally believing that we had figured everything out, only to be hit with the realities of junior and senior year. But with all the difficulties came our chance to find our own, to make bonds with others, even though many were made crying over an assignment or an assessment. This is why, as we sit here today, we measure time here not in months or in years, but in connections made and arguments had. We measure our time in how we have changed those around us and how they have changed us. We measure our time in our failures and our successes, for we will never forget either. As the graduates of 2016, we recognize that we did not achieve our success by ourselves. For this, we have the support of the school to thank. We also owe a debt of gratitude to our teachers who took the time to share their knowledge, their experience, and their talents. And finally, to our greatest teachers, our parents, thank you for dragging us out of bed every morning, for listening to our constant complaining, and for always putting up our work on the fridge, even when it was far from the best. Before I finally turn the mic over, or leave the podium, I could stand here and tell you that we entered high school as children and leave as adults. But in all reality, most of us leave still children. Yet I don't see that as a bad thing. We leave with the same goal as every other child: to run around outside and create new memories, but to never lose track of our home. So congratulations, graduates of 2016, you made it.
Thank you, Amara. As you know, 2013-14 was the 25th year of ASD, and for the 25th year celebration, we had a song written that now serves as ASD's school song. We are honored to present We Are ASD. Former ASD choir director Bob Krebs and his talented wife Lisa wrote the words and the music for the song, and how beautiful it is. Please welcome 7 ASD seniors and the ASD concert band, led by Mr. Jim Culpa, in the presentation of We Are ASD.
Qatar began to bloom, ASD would teach the children in our room. Learning is our motto, you'll find on every page, learning from
better world we'll know. All that we have learned here we'll take wherever we go. We come from so many different places, and we all have so many different places. We are ASD. 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 The American School of Doha is our home. We're all in this together. We are one community, guided by our values to be the best that we can be. We're more than where we come from. We're more than what we know. We can change the world here, but we can change it on our own. We come from so many different places, and we all have so many different places. We are ASD. We are ASD. We are ASD. We are ASD. We'll spread across the country. We'll spread across the globe. Across the world, ASD will glow with us. No matter where we travel, no matter where we roam, the American School of Doha is our home. The American School of Doha is our home. Is our home.
Thank you, seniors. Well, we're at the diploma stage. You've been waiting for a long time, in an hour and 20 minutes, and it's time to give the diplomas. Before the diplomas are given out, I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to our incredible high school faculty. I know that many of you know that we have 9 faculty members that are leaving, but a school like this is so, so good because of the teachers. And it's been an honor to work with them. It's been an honor to be with them for 9 years. And certainly, I would ask the 9 teachers who are leaving to stand up, please. Thank you, Ms. Sands, Mr. Ogle, Ms. Churchville, Ms. Barnes, Ms. Brown, Mr. Wolf, Mr. Knopflick, and Mr. Janae. It has been an honor, and best of luck to you all. You have amazing things ahead of you, and thank you. Thank you. There are also 2 other very important people that are leaving ASD that I would like to acknowledge. For the last 9 years, Mr. Walsh has been an invaluable member of the high school leadership team and has led many initiatives at the high school that you guys and classes ahead of you are going to enjoy. He has made a tremendous impact on students and families, and he is the kind of leader that all schools need. Mr. Walsh will be the next high school principal at an international school in Bali, Indonesia. And I would like to tell him it's been an honor and thank you for what you have done for ASD, Mr. Walsh. Thank you. Nora, come here. Nora's going to be very mad at me, but I'm leaving, so it's okay. Miss, as you all know, a high school runs through the high school office, and the office managers run the school. You know that. Nora has been the office manager for the last 8 years and has been responsible for the smooth running of the school, including the organization of the last 8 graduations. She is moving back to the United States with her husband this year, and I wanted to say what an honor and a privilege it's been to work with her. She's very quiet, and I know she's very embarrassed right now, but I want to say on behalf of these students and these families and those of the last 8 years, you are fantastic, and thank you. Okay, graduates, here we go. Wake up. This is the moment you've been waiting for, and I would ask Mr. Simon Younger, Chair of our ASD Board of Directors, Dr. Tom Hawkins, Director of ASD, Mr. Justin Walsh, and Ms. Jan Farmer, Associate Principals in the high school, to assist me in the presentations of ASD's class of 2016. I would also ask our senior advisor, Mr. Kevin Sage, to join me to read the names of the graduates. Mr. Sage, as the high school principal of the American School of Doha, I verify that the students seated before us today have fulfilled all of the graduation requirements and therefore have earned the American School of Doha diploma they are about to receive. Congratulations, students.
Thank you, Mr. Boudreau. And good evening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, staff, students, and seniors. Before we begin the Herald, I would ask that the parents of the seniors, when your son or daughter's name is called, please stand and remain standing until the NHS usher has given you the traditional rose. Pret-a-Portraits will be conducting a photo shoot in their studio set up in the grade 9 commons behind the cafeteria dining hall, where the reception will be immediately following the cap toss. So, Dr. Hawkins, Mr. Younger, are you ready? Mr. Boudreau, class of 2016, are you ready? Let's do it. Amara Arif. Reem Abdallah. Sarah Abdul Ghani. Jasim Abel. Ali Afshan. Lama Ahmed. Marwan Ahmed. Haya Khalid Muhammad Almana. Isa Almanai. Aldana Faisal Jassim Althani. Jassim bin Mohammed bin Ahmed Althani. Sharifa Hamid Jassim Althani. Tariq Alatrash. Mubkuta Al-Ghasal. Noura Al-Katani. Tamim bin Khalifa bin Nasser Al-Reyes. Latifa Tariq Al-Shamlan. Alanud Al-Thani. Alanut bint Hamid bin Thamar Al-Thani. Lama bint Abdullah Al-Aifan. Dana Nabil Al-Husseini. Ahmed Ali. Nadine Al-Irani. Alan Ezekiel Almaraz. Lujain Al-Nawari. Saud Fahad Al-Qadi. Abigail Arambari. Akash Aurora. Isabella Asselstein. Amran Awada. Louis Ayash. Farah Jamal Basha. Alicia Bates. Lauren Binnenkamp. Nathan Blackall. Manas Botsis. Olivier Bordeaux. William Boyle. William Brakowski. Salar Bukti. Umar Bukti. Jacob Bobo. Bayan Shabib. Madeline Collins. Elionai Debebe. Sarah Debbie. Stuart Dixon. Deanna Sofia Dugarte. Nadine Mahmoud El Dahebi. Sarah El Gwindi. Rianne El Bashir. Leah Elias. Danny El Nator. Omer El Shaghi. Zain Eddin El Wakil. Sonora Rose English. Nicholas Falkryan. Joshua David Flout. Kathleen Ford. Isabella Foster. Paige Francis. Rebecca Franklin. Ariana Gonzalez Spitaleri. Joshua Green. Elisa Haider. Michelle Hassan. Yahya Hashmi. Muhammad El Said Ashraf Hassan. Jose Ignacio Hidroba Cabrera. Duncan Raglan Hillier. Zainab Holland. Hunter Hewlett. Ahmed Ibrahim. Mohammed Jada. Ragini Jain. Gaitza Zahira Jana. Gaitza Zuina Jana. Yazan Jondi. Rosemarie Junquist. Lena Karkub. Abdurrahman Anas Khan. Nadine Khatib. Kamal Kreisha. Alice Cabras. Vinay Komaravolu. Kelly Cordum. Cadet Ignacio Lara. Nicholas Lemoyne. Maya Mayurji. Raya Machaka. Alvina Altaf Majid. Omar Maklad. Mohammed Marafi. Juliana Martinez. Ahmed Masad. Hadi Masudi. Christelle Mazloum. Nadia McCary. Ethan Manabu McIntyre. Janet Slay. Paul Monchakovsky. Jesus Montiel Castellano. Mara Morris. Aaron Nash. Neha Nauman. Cindy Olson. Christopher Kealoha Parr. Nicholas Parsons. Aisha Patel. Katie Perez. Dianan Pillay. Yuvraj Pradhan. Alexios Prekas. Corbin Priest. Jaden Priest. Elizaveta Petsina. Ali Raza. Javier Rebollo. Karim Rajanovic. Matilda Rushing. Matilda was unable to be here tonight. Caleb Ryan. Hisham Saad. Salwa Sadek. Faris Sali. Mohammed Nabil Saif. Christian Sarkar. Dina Sowan. Ian Sowan. Vibhu Sharma. Nishita Singhi. Keanu Steele. Kimberly Stiegler. Dina Tahiri. Aya Taya. Caleb Thompson. Mary Kate Kelly Vandemullebracke. Roseanne Van Hal. Ramez Wakila. Elisa Wawi. Byron White. Kevin Andrew Milton Williams. Stefania Yanuka. Ingrid Zaltheist. I've asked Ingrid to stay here a moment. Ingrid, back up. She's graciously offered to share her 15 seconds of fame with Mr. Boudreau, because after 6 years and over 800 diplomas, Ingrid's is the last diploma that Mr. Boudreau will hand out at the American School of Doha, and that is something special. Well, since you're all standing, let's do this cap toss thing. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2016.
They stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there. Cause all I do is win. Put your hands in the air, stay there. Ludacris going to the magical.